What are you going to do this summer?
Are you going to do this summer?
Europe.
I'm going to study abroad program. That sounds great.
Where in
Where in
Europe
Europe are you going? Mainly to Germany and France. And at the end of the program, we will have our months to travel around the US.
Wow. When are you leaving?
When are you leaving? I'm leaving in the first week of June and coming back at the beginning of September. They will pay for everything except the travel expenses.
I need to save up enough money to last 1 month.
Now I have to keep jobs until the day before I take off.
So you've been studying German and French how many years?
German and French how many years? I started in my freshman year.
2 years is not
enough, I know. But these 3 months will be worth more than 3 years, I hope.
Well, I'm still struggling with my Russian.
I don't think I'm ready to go over there.
You never know. It may give you a great incentive to concentrate ever more on studying Russian. It works out the way with me. I wasn't really working hard until I found out about the study abroad program.
You gave me an idea.
You gave me an idea.
They may have a program for Russian students too.
Sure they do.
Sure they do. I know a guy who went to Kiev.
I can give you the
I can give you a phone number too if you want.
What are you going to do this summer?
Fossils are
mineralized remains of animals and other attributes such as the footprints.
The totality
of fossils and their place remain fossil containing rock formation and the sedimentary layers of strata is known as the fossil record.
The study of
fossils is called paleontology. By the way, the word fossil is derived from the Latin word fossils, which means having been dug up.
Fossils usually consist of traces of the remains of the organism itself. However, fossils may also consist of the marks left behind by the organism, or it was arrived, such as the footprints of fishes or dinosaurs or reptiles. These types of fossils are called trace fossils as opposed to body fossils. Finally,
past life leaves some evidence that can be seen but can be detected in the form of chemical signals.
These are known as
chemical fossils for lack of a better term.
Fossilization
is actually a rare occurrence because the natural materials tend to decompose and recycle.
In order for an organism to be fossilized,
the remain normally needs to be recovered by the sediment as soon as possible. There are several different types of fossils.
The detailed explanation
in the handout I gave you.
Do you have any
questions
about any of them? No? Okay.
No, let's take a closer look at them.
Okay, class.
Okay, class. What is polymerization?
Polymerization is this process consists of literally turning an organism into stone. The organism gets covered by sediment soon after death or after the initial decaying process. Once covered with sediment, these layers slowly compact to rock, and the chemicals in the remains are slowly replaced with hard minerals. As the organism continues to decay slowly, water infused with mineral passes through it to represent the chemical elements of like materials. The degree of which remains are decayed will cover determines the later details of the fossil. Therefore, while some fossils only consist of skeletal remains or teeth, others contain traces of skin, feathers, or even soft tissues. Let's talk about trace fossils next. Trace fossils is all the detailed and preserved rocks that are indirect evidence of the wild. While we are most familiar with relatively spectacular fossil remains, such as shells and bones, trace fossils are also less dramatic, but nonetheless very important. They are mainly the remains of footprints, eggs and shells, nests, and droppings. Among them, copperite fossilized fishes are very important because they can give insight into the feeding behavior of animals. Another thing is the study of trace remains is also very challenging, since many trace remains cannot be positively assigned to a specific organism. Further, trace remains such as the bone can make our experimental and the others more difficult because all these strata are easily mixed with the environment. This can cause some confusion in interpretation unless viewed in context. There are two main kinds of trace fossils, molds and casts. Right? Who can explain them? A cast fossil is a fossil that retains the shape of the original object. The dinosaur
The
bones you
dinosaur
see at a
bones
museum
you see
are
at the
examples of
museum
past
are
fossils.
past fossils.
If the burial of
If
the
the
organism
burial
was
of the
rapid,
organism
then
was
chances
rapid,
are
then
good
chances
that
are
even
good
impressions
that
of
even
soft
impressions
tissues
of
remain.
tissue remain.
A cast is a
A
3D
cast is a
example of an
3D
object of
example
the
of an
past,
object of the
created
past
when a mold
created
fills
when
up with
molds fill
sediment
up
like
with
mud,
sediment
sand,
like
or
mud,
volcanic
sand, and
ash.
volcanic ash.
A mold fossil
A mold
is like an
fossil is
impression.
like an impression.
The original
The
object is no
object
longer
longer
there,
there.
but a mold
But
of
the
its
mold
shape
of
is.
its shape is.
Fossilized
Fossilized
footprints
footprints
and
and
many
many
plants
plants
are
are
preserved
preserved
as
as
mold
mold
fossils.
fossils.
A mold forms
mold
when something
formed
is pressed in the soft mud and removed by decomposition or pulled out, leaving an impression of the object. Good.
Good.
Okay,
Okay then.
Let's talk
about
pseudofossils
pseudo-fossil and transitional fossils. Shall we?
I know they
I
are
know they are
confusing.
kind of confusing.
Let's hear the
Let's hear the
definitions
definitions first.
Debbie?
Debbie?
Okay.
Okay.
Pseudofossils are inorganic objects, markings or impressions that might be mistaken for fossils.
These are regular patterns in
rocks,
rocks,
which are
which are produced by natural
occurring
occurring processes.
These
These
pseudofossils
pseudofossils
can be formed
naturally
naturally
formed cracks in the rocks that get filled up by percolating minerals. They can easily be mistaken for real fossils.
Why is that?
Because sometimes mineral deposits can mimic life forms
by forming what
appear to be life.
highly detailed or organized structures. They can be very misleading.
Misleading.
Good.
Good. You must be seeing crystal balls on the window before.
When
When crystals grow, they form a tree-like shape. This type of mineral is found in sedimentary rocks sometimes thought to be fossils. And occasionally one contains a fossil, but they are generally not fossils themselves.
But why do you still
But
call
why
them
do you
fossils?
still call them fossils? The pseudo-fossil means false fossils.
You know, pseudonym
Pseudonym is a pseudonym,
and
and
pseudo-intellectuals
and the real
But
thing.
it's good to know
But
there is
it's
such a
good
species
to
around
looking
looking
like
like
one
one,
and
tricking
tricking
you
you
into thinking
to
it is one.
the reason.
Likewise,
Likewise, we need to know
about
about the
just
because they are often mistaken for real stuff.
As you see in
As
the
you see in the
photo
photo on page 129, anybody with a lot of experience would take it for the imprint of a
you never
firm.
guess
You never guess that it's inorganic. What you're looking at is in fact actually manganese that has grown on the plane between layers of sandstone.
The one on the facing page
The one
looks
with
a
the
lot
facing
like a
page
sand
looks
dollar
like
you
a
find on the
sand
beach,
dollar
doesn't it?
you will find in the beach,
From
doesn't
these
it?
photos,
From this
you
photo,
can
you can easily see
cracks,
that cracks, bumps, gas bubbles,
such
and such
can be
difficult to distinguish
from
among the two fossils.
So
Debates
about
about whether
they are
they're pseudo or true
can be
fossils can be long
difficult.
and different.
For example,
a certain complex lumpy
found
found in
is
some
thought to
rocks
be a
that was
fossil of
thought to be a
algae for a
fossil of
long
algae
time,
for a long
until
time
it was
until it was
identified
identified
in
in recent robbers.
Okay. As long as
we can confuse the topic, why don't we look at transitional fossils?
A
A
transitional
transitional
fossil
fossil
is the
is
fossil
a fossil
remains of
remains
a
of a
creature
creature
that
that
shows
shows the
traits
primitive
of the
traits
more
of the
evolved
more evolved or derived life
that are
forms that are related to it.
According to
According to
evolutionary
evolutionary
theory,
theory, a transitional form
an
represents an evolutionary stage.
That's right.
That's right.
When
Charles Darwin's The
Origin
Origin of Species were first published, the fossil record was well known, and the claim that there was a good transition fossil was perfectly reasonable.
However,
only 2 years later, Archaeopteryx, which is considered by many to be the first bird, was discovered,
and seen
seen as a stunning triumph for the common descent. Similarly, a similar Charles Marsh ahead of the year period provided ground
transitional fossils in the
and the evolutionary horses. This is considered one of the best examples of a created between species.
However,
anti-evolutionists and creationists argue that the many gaps in the fossil records that do exist are evidence that cuts against the theory of evolution. Evolution.